things like that. And that would be great to have back for Sims 4. Just saying. I would love to be able to buy some new worlds for my Sims. Because there's like 3 good ones. Okay, there's a little more than 3, but I don't know. And it would just be fun. There's no lucky palms. Okay. Here I'm laying down more roofs and I'm going to change it once more, maybe twice more. I don't know. I do end up changing it. That's not the final roof. But honestly, there's so much I miss of Sims 3. And recently, COLLAB of the Game Night, he has managed to get Sims 3 set up on a computer and has been playing it, and it makes me want to go back to Sims 3 so badly. Like, I love Sims 4, don't get me wrong. I absolutely love it, and there's a lot of features that I think that Sims 4 has that Sims 3 didn't have, and some things that Sims 4 does better than Sims 3 did. But then Sims 3's got a lot of stuff that Sims 4 is yet to have. Like, in my games, I do have cars, but that's because it's a mod. There's no actual cars in the game, and that's frustrating. There's also like some supernatural stuff and some generations stuff that haven't made an appearance in Sims 4. Also, I miss the open world. I miss houseboats. I miss my lucky palms. I fell in love with that town before I even had it, because the whole reason I started playing Sims was the Life Sim and Generations Let's Play. And of course, Lucky Palms is the town that was used for that. I was so excited to get that town. And there's just so much, and like babies and stuff were better in Sims 3. I'm sorry, but it's true. Like, they still didn't really do anything. There still wasn't much to them, really, as characters. But I did like them better in 3 than 4, just because there's more setup, I guess. You know, especially if you use the Sims 3 Stir. And there are things to buy and items to use. You could create like some really cute nurseries. There's also, of course, custom content you could download for them. There may have been mods to do the clothing. That's something I always wanted to do, is changing a baby's clothing, but I could never learn it. I could never figure out how to do that in Sims 3. I know it wasn't an actual game thing. I know it was custom. But even just that would be great in Sims 4. They had opportunities, and they did not take those opportunities. That's what's sad. So I just changed the roof up some. I got rid of those side pieces and just put this back piece, I guess. Like I said, I suck at roofing. I don't know what word I'm looking for this. Somebody please comment it down below. But, I think, in general, this house turned out okay. Just okay. If I was to redo it now, like, literally right now, I don't think I could do it better. I don't think I've improved that much. I have not learned everything yet. It's only been, like, a couple weeks since I built this house, as of recording this voiceover. We were discussing these videos, and I almost immediately, or did immediately, load up my game and start building, but it's taken me forever to do my editing and voiceover, as always. That's pretty normal for me. But part of it was I was trying to just use Movie Maker or something to edit it together, and I can't find it at all, so then I had to find an editor, and I found this one, and I'm not sure yet how I feel about it. It feels pretty okay, but this video feels very, very chunky to me. I'm gonna just have to wait and see how it turns out on YouTube, and try to look in, see if there's some settings maybe I could fix for the editor itself, like in the editor for the video and stuff. And if not, then we'll be researching those editors, 'cause that happens. And I'm trying to make a path, and I scrapped the idea of laying it down as terrain paint. I do end up going in and just using some flooring. And of course, I'm looking at plants and stuff like that, because I know I said, like, we built the frames for each other and then decorated, but, like, one was doing exterior and one was doing interior, and so the exterior included, like, bushes and yard stuff, like, I'm adding a fountain and stuff like that. So I did go through and do that. I tried to make the house not like over the top fancy mansion level, but like one of those kind of nice, big, definitely family homes in a way. Definitely has a bit of money to the name, you know. But here I'm just testing out a few different fountains. That fountain actually was way too small for what I actually had in mind. I still haven't figured out the best way to go about making what I have in mind in Sims. Other than using a bigger lot, probably. I keep going to 30 by 20. That's like my go-to, and it probably sucks. Here I made like a mini version of what I want to make. And I just made it part of the pathway and stuff. But it kind of makes sense, because if you're going to have a fountain take up that entire center area of your pathway, and you have a pathway, I assume, because you don't want people walking on your grass. And so you have to provide something that goes around the fountain so that they don't have to step out into your grass. And here I just filled in some flowers, and you'll see me placing these flowers because I wanted to do more, and I used some later on. But again, that was another thing that I spent probably way too long figuring out and messing around with. I think I might end up changing out these flowers that are at the ends. And here I was trying to find something to fill in, like, because that bottom triangle looks really odd to me, but I think it turns out mostly okay. Yeah, I really loved those flowers, those bushes, and I really wanted to use them, but like there was no easy way to make them look good on both sides, not symmetrical. I think that would be cool, just being able to completely reverse rather than rotate, but just reverse an item. That would be great, and would have came in super handy here in this build, because not only could I have done it to the flowers, but I could have done it to the roof to save me some time. Something like that would be nice. I don't know how easily that can be done though. I don't know much about making these games at all, which is kind of funny. So here, I think maybe those are the flowers I settled on, especially since they had a triangle piece that I was able to put in. I definitely settled on some sort of square and triangle combination that I believe. And then later I'm going to put in a fence and do more stuff with the flowers. Here you see me moving the whole design back a bit, because like I said, I wanted to add in a fence, which is what we're trying to do at the moment. And one thing I don't like about fences is that you can't put them on the edge of the lot. And to me, that just feels really weird. Honestly, I wish you could put things to the edge of the lot. I've never understood that, because I think it's the same in Sims 3. But it's okay, because at least with Sims 4, you can just pick up the whole house and move it. You can edit your rooms. You can add foundations afterwards. That's one thing that Sims 4 is better than Sims 3. If in Sims 3 you had to fix something like that, or you realized a mistake or things off, you then had to delete the entire thing and just restart. And I absolutely hated that. That's part of why I started working with the blueprints, was so that I had something to follow. It was like having a sketch, you know. I do a sketch, and then I know I have something to follow when doing the painting, so then the painting is hopefully not messed up. And so that's why I probably got really into the blueprints for my Sims 3 builds. But over here, I don't use them as much, because I can just go in and fix something a lot easier. Not necessarily all the time it's easy, but it's easier than it would have been in Sims 3. Mentioning Brandy's house, again, I recently had to fix some stuff, change some stuff, because adding in that basement, I had to add in space to make to add in stairs to it. And it wasn't easy because of the way I had to move rooms and adjust, but it was a lot easier than it would have been in Sims 3. And I'm actually happy that I added in like a little hallway for the stairs for her, because that gave the dog some space. Because in addition to the 5 kids, they also have a dog. Here I'm figuring out gates. I didn't realize at first that I had to have the fence there. Like, I wasn't entirely sure if I did or didn't. And here I get annoyed because I wanted to do like a double gate thing, and I couldn't get it to work. And it was very frustrating to me. So eventually, because I didn't find a gate that I was overly fond of, I just went with this arch, but it felt fitting. because I feel like this is the kind of house that would have plants and stuff like that. So it's still felt something. Here I'm looking at some different plants to put along the fence, and I really liked the idea of using the bushes. I love framing things with those bushes, but it hid the fencing, and I didn't like that because I really wanted you to be able to see the fence. So here I'm just testing out some smaller flowers and bushes, and this again takes me a while, and it's gonna take me little while to figure out exactly what I want, because I loved that little bundle of flowers there, but I also loved the sunflowers. And I was trying to line the whole thing. Lining the whole thing may or may not have been a mistake. The way I ended up doing it may have been a mistake. I will definitely say that. I'd probably go in and change it to have less flowers or different flowers, because in a minute you'll see me. I believe I make it pretty much completely sunflowers, and that gives me daycare vibes. I don't know why, but I feel as though that would be great if I was building a daycare, but I wasn't building a daycare. I was building a house. I should build a daycare for my Sims though. That would be cute. You can't actually have a daycare in Sims 4, I don't think, but it would still be fun. I could set it up as like a park or something, and then it would just be like an indoor playground, which is great with the toddler play dates. I've been trying to use that feature a little more because it's kind of fun, kind of cute. Gives your toddlers a chance to make friends, kind of. It's weird though, because like the parent has to know the other toddlers, and instead of just like being able to invite a parent or something. And to me that's weird, because in that game with Brandy was best friends with Kelly, and they both had toddlers, but they hadn't actually met each other's toddlers yet. So I wanted to be able to set up a play date between the kids, but I had to actually go over to Kelly's house and meet the kids first. And it was really weird because my game was like glitching and wouldn't acknowledge one of like the third toddler or whatever. So now we only know 2 of them. It's kind of frustrating, but it's okay. And this is the moment where I learned that diagonal walls don't register as regular walls, and I hate it so much. For some reason you can't put anything on them. You can't put lights, wall art, TVs, etc. And I absolutely hate it because it doesn't make any sense. I don't understand why. I just don't understand it, because obviously in real life I would 100% be putting things on my diagonal walls. But it is what it is, I guess. And now I'm going through adding in lights. I did this because I was tired of looking at a dark building. Also because when I decorate, I don't like decorating in a dark building. But LaShonda, I have told her that she is more than welcome to go through and change those lights out, because they maybe don't fit what she's trying to do. But here I'm just doing like a little last look, a little finishing detail. So I'm going to start wrapping this up because I'm looking at my times. So that is the house that I built for LaShonda to decorate. You can check out the house that she has built for me over on her channel. Links will be in the description down below. And if you have enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up. Share your opinions with us about everything down in the comments below. And subscribe to become a Freaky Fab Zillion. If you subscribe and turn on those notifications, you can know when the decoration video comes out. So again, I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, comment your thoughts down below, and subscribe to become a Freaky Fab Zillion. I love you guys. Bye.